Yeah. Hello.
Um,
Yeah, Divya, am I audible?
yes,
Okay, cool. Yeah. So, how was your weekend? How was your
it was,
time?
it was okay. It was good.
Okay, cool. So you studied the chemistry part, organic chemistry?
Yeah, I tried. I don't know enough to do any like past paper problems, but I did like go through everything that we went through and
Okay, okay, cool, cool. So, I think you are also having the previous year question papers, right? Past year problems. So that question paper you can share with me on the WhatsApp. So sometimes we can discuss in the class. We can take some question from the paper. So that will give me an idea and give you an idea about the overall level of preparation. What is the depth?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the last class we have discussed about the functional, the functional groups present in the molecule, right? Mhm. Nitriles, aldehyde, ketone. Okay, nucleophile. Okay, so are you able to see my screen?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now I can see it.
Okay, fine. Okay, last class we have discussed till your this problem. We have discussed the problem, right? Okay, cool. Okay, I think it's visible now. I think screen is the visible, right? Yeah. So let's begin the class. So I think we have discussed the all about functional groups. So today let's have the IUPAC naming. So we will discuss the IUPAC naming. Do you have the IUPAC naming in your organics chemistry part? Do you have the yeah, you or
Yeah, we do.
okay, you have the IUPAC, right? Okay. As as I was going through your textbook, I have seen that the next after the functional group, you are having a nucleophilic substitution reaction SN1 SN2. So SN1 SN2 we will discuss later. Today we will discuss IUPAC naming. IUPAC naming. Okay. So what is the full form of IUPAC? Can you tell me the full form of IUPAC? Uh, Hello.
Yes. Sorry. What?
What is the full form of IUPAC? International Union, International Union of Pure and Applied Applied Chemistry. And the office of IUPAC is located in Geneva, Switzerland. Switzerland, Geneva, yeah. So the chemistry naming, chemistry main terms being governed by IUPAC. IUPAC is the governing body in chemistry, right? And they have given that one standard standard rule for naming of organic compound. For naming of organic compound, right? Okay.
Mhm.
What is the rule they have given? They have said that all the organic compound should follow one thumb rule. What is the thumb rule? The thumb rule is that in the naming, first of all, prefix will come, prefix 1 comma 2, then word root will come, and then suffix will come. Okay, now prefix, word root, and suffix, all these three combine together and form the IUPAC naming. Okay, now what is the word root? Prefix is the one prefix under the domain of prefix, branches of carbon chain comes. Branches of carbon chain falls under the domain of prefix, as well as and less priority group, less prioritized group, functional group. Suppose in carbon chain we are having a carboxylic acid and we are having OH, we are having NH2, we are having halogens. So carboxylic acid is the highest priority group. I'll give you the priority order list. Okay, so priority order list, you will come under, you can recognize which one is having the highest priority. So the highest priority group will be the part of longest carbon chain, and except the highest priority group, all the group will be a part of branch carbon chain, or those will be the branches in the carbon chain, right? So we will consider the naming of these functional groups in a prefix, and the highest functional group will come in the suffix. So COH naming will come in the suffix, and remaining group naming will come in the prefix, right? It is a relative term. If we don't have COH, we have OH and Cl, then OH placed in the earlier as compared to chlorine in the priority list. So that is how you can see, right? Any doubt?
No.
Okay, cool. Now, what about the word root? Word root contains carbon number of carbon atom. Suppose C1 word root is meth. Okay? If I talk about the C2 word root is eth. C2 word root is eth. C2 word root is eth. C3 is prop. C4 is but. C5 is pent. What about C6? Can you name this C6? Do you know?
Is it hex?
Hex. 7 hept. 8 oct. 9 non. 10 dec. I hope it's clear to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so word root naming, already in word root, number of carbon atoms will be named. So we have to count the number of carbon atoms. Cool, hai?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so any doubt you can ask.
Wait, C5 is pent.
C5 is pent, P-E-N-T, pent. Yeah, pentane. ICOS, tricont. If C20 is there, we can say C20. C20 will be, C10 is dec, C20 is ICOS. ICOS. C30 is tricont. Okay. If I talk about the C18, so 8 means octa. So C18 is octadec. Octadec, DC. C17 heptadec. Right? Dec means 10. C16, already you know, hexadec. So I think it's clear to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'll tell you the priority order of functional groups. Priority order of functional group. So the first priority is,
So the suffix has the most prioritized functional group and the prefix has the lesser prioritized functional groups.
yeah, COH, acid is the most prioritized functional group, acid. After carboxylic acid. So what is the acid IUPAC name? It is called in IUPAC. It is called oic acid. Oic acid. Okay. Any doubt?
No.
Then sulfonic acid will come. So this is called sulfonic acid. And then, so you got acidic acid, sulfonic acid, right? उसके बाद आपका एनहाइड्राइड आएगा. Then acid anhydride will come. So acid anhydride is, what is the anhydride group? COOCOR. That is called anhydride group. After that, ester will come. What is ester? Ester is COOR. After ester, acyl halide. Okay, COCL or COX. Acid halide. After acid halide, amide will come. CONH2. Right? Then nitrile will come. Nitrile means C triple bond N. That is nitrile. After nitrile, isonitrile. N triple bond C. Like that will come. And then aldehyde will come. Aldehyde will come. Aldehyde CHO. After aldehyde, thioaldehyde is come. Thioaldehyde, then thioaldehyde. Okay, thioaldehyde में ऑक्सीजन की जगह हो जाएगा सल्फर, CSH. Can you see that? Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
After that, ketones will come. Ketones is CO. After ketones, what will come? After ketones, thioketones. S double bond O. Thioketones will come. In place of sulfur, C double bond S. C double bond S. In place of oxygen, if we get the sulfur, that is called thio. We use the word thio, right?
Mhm.
After that, aldehyde. After aldehyde, alcohol will. After ketone, alcohol will come. OH. Then thioalcohol. SH. After alcohol, thioals. ठीक है, thioalcohol comes. Then amines comes. Amines is NH2. ठीक है. After amines, ether will come. ROR. Ether is a across the oxygen divalent compound is fixed. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll write the name of IUPAC naming of each compound. Sulfonic acid, this is the oic anhydride. Oic anhydride. Cool hai? And ester is the alkyl alkanoate. Ester is the alkyl alkanoate. This is the oil halide. If X replaced by chlorine, then that will be the oil chloride. So X means halide, oil halide. This is the amide, alkanamide, amide. C triple bond is nitrile, alkyl nitrile, alkyl nitrile. And this is called isonitrile. NC means isonitrile. Cool hai? CHO means aldehyde. Aldehyde suffix is al, alkanal. Before al, you have to put alkanal. Oic acid, alkanoic acid, sulfonic acids, alkane sulfonic acid, alkanoic anhydride. So alkane comes before the suffix. That is the word root. Alkane is nothing but the word root. Cool hai? Or for S, this is the thioal. Thioal. For ketone, we are having the on, on, alkanone, and this is the thionone, SH. OH means we have a all. OH we have a all. SH we have a thiool. NH2 we have a alkanamine, amine. Ether we have a alkoxyalkane. Ether we have a alkoxyalkane. For ether, we have a naming alkoxyalkane. I'll write in the next page if you're feeling a little bit tough to watch. But do you feel that the order? Have you seen the order? Order is this. This is the order, right? Suppose in a carbon chain we are having a ether, amine, alcohol, and aldehyde. Which group will come in the suffix? Can you tell me?
Can you, what were the options? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm having in a group here. I'm having in a group ether, B is amines, C is ketone, and D is alcohol. Which one will be in the periodic group? Which one will be in the suffix out of 4? Which group will be in the suffix? Do you want to see that? Okay, you can see. You can refer the priority order series. This is the priority order series. Ether is here, amine is here, alcohol is here, and obviously ketone comes before the alcohol.
Yeah.
Are you able to see the things? Whatever I have written in the board?
Yeah, can you rewrite them, please? I can't read all of it.
Okay. You want me to write? You want me to write it that separately? Little
Yeah,
bit.
just the names. Yeah, it's a
Name.
little bit.
Okay. So the correct answer is ether. No, ketone, right?
Yeah.
So you want me to write down what I can write down the name?
Yes.
Okay, see here I will go again. You see that first we see the acid. For acid, the suffix naming is oic acid. For sulfonic acid, the suffix name is sulfonic acid. Now are you able to see that?
Yes.
For anhydride, we are having a oic anhydride. For ester, obviously we are having the alkyl alkanoid. Okay, cool hai. For ester, after ester it will be amide. For amide it is alkanamide. Amide is the suffix name. Now after amide we are having a nitrile and isonitrile. Are you able to see now, right? After that we will have the aldehyde. This is called ul. Okay, after ul we will be having a this is the priority order. First में ये आएगा, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and in the ninth we will be having the, in the place of O, if I put sulfur, it will be thiol. And see, always remember, aldehyde and alcohol is having only the difference of A and O. In case of alcohol, there will be all. There will be all. In case of aldehyde, there will be ul. Okay. Okay, fine. After 9, 10 will be the ketone. It is called R1, R2. This is called one, one, O-N-E, O-N, only O-N, one. 11 is the thionone. If we put sulfur in place of oxygen, that is called thionone. 12th will be the sulfurnone, thionone. Yeah, sometimes I also, I have to remember, I have to make a rhyme. Okay, after thionone, we will have the alcohol. Yeah, alcohol will come. For alcohol, it's a all, and for RSH, it's a thiol. Can you see that?
Yeah, let me just write down.
Yeah, you can write it down separately.
Is number 12 just an OH? Is it a hydroxyl?
Yeah. What did you say?
What is number 12? The number 12?
Yeah, number 12 is OH. That is called all, alkanol, all, or OL, all, alkanol. Hydroxy name will come when OH comes in the prefix. These all are the names when the groups comes in the suffix. But when it comes in prefix, then it will be hydroxy. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Done?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the what? This is the sulfur ether. After that, after alcohol, thiol will come. After thiols, amine will come. So 13 number will be the amine. Can I write here?
Yeah.
Yeah. 13 will be the amines, RNH2. So the name will be alkamine, alkamines, amines. Okay. And the 14 will be occupied by ether. Ether is ROR dash. The name comes alkoxyalkane. Now, alkoxyalkane naming, suppose we are having a ether like this, CS3O C2H5. Now you will be confused which alkane will come in the terms of alkoxy and which alkane will be named in terms of alkane. Can you name this compound? IUPAC naming of this compound?
1 second, let me just write down first.
Yeah, first you need to write it down, then you have to try, you have to put your effort. Alkoxyalkane. So I'm giving you 4 options. One is the methoxymethane. Other one is the ethoxymethane. Third one is the ethoxyethane, and fourth one is the ethoxyethane. What is the right answer? Any guess?
Let me just,
Okay, so the thumb rule is that alkoxy part will be taken by the molecule which is less in carbon number. Will be taken by molecule less in carbon number. Less in carbon number. So that is the hint I have given you. So without the doubt, methoxy will be the right answer. So methoxymethane and methoxyethane. Which one will be the right answer? A and D. Out of A.
would it be methoxyethane?
That's absolutely right. Because here we are having a two carbon, but root is eth, one carbon is meth, so it is methoxyethane. I hope it's clear to you, right? Let me put the charger to my battery. Hello. Yeah.
Mhm. Can you
So,
explain one more time why it'd be methoxyethane?
yeah, methoxyethane is the right answer. What do you want?
Why would it be methoxy?
Yeah, because I told you this O is like oxy. Oxygen is the oxy in IUPAC naming. So this oxygen goes with the methyl, so it will become CS3O. CS3O is nothing but the methoxy group, and then remaining we have got this alkyl group without any oxygen. So it will be named as a alkane. It is straightforward alkane. Along with the oxygen, which group is considered along with the oxygen that must be less in the carbon number. So that is called the oxy group. So that is called the methoxy.
Okay.
Any doubt?
No.
Okay, cool. So RNH2 alkanamine, right? As I told, it's ethoxy alkane. Done.
Yeah.
Just a minute. Yeah. Where? So we have done with the amines. After amines, ether comes. After ether, sulfide, alkenes, alkynes, alkyl halide, nitro, alkenes, alkynes. Yeah. So after that sulfide, okay, leave the sulfide. Sulfide is like this. R. Alkene will come. After that, alkene come. R, C double bond C, R dash. So that is called alkene. The suffix is alkene. After alkene, alkyne will come. Alkyne. After alkyne, halides comes. So this is called haloalkane. Haloalkane. IUPAC naming. After alkane, nitro will come. So nitro is the least priority group. Nitroalkane.
Are you expected to know all of this by heart?
No, not at all required. You need to know top 4, top 5 or top 6. That's all. You need to know till alcohol,
Okay.
till alcohol up to 10. Okay.
Sorry, what's the one before the nitroalkane?
That is the last one. Nitroalkane. Nitroalkane is RNO2.
Yeah, what's the one above that?
RX. X means haloalkane. Haloalkane. X means chloride, fluoride, bromide, iodide. So bromoalkane, fluoroalkane, chloroalkane, iodoalkane. Right?
Yeah.
So now shall we have the examples to the questions? Right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll keep example like this. COOH, OH, CFBr. Here we are having a compound called this. What will be the IUPAC naming of this compound? I have just drawn the skeleton. Means remaining valency will be satisfied by the hydrogen atom. So no need to put the hydrogen atom. Okay, so this is the molecule. You have to give me the IUPAC name. Here it's a indication of 2 carbon. Here it's an indication of 2 carbon. Okay, you just try to do that. IUPAC naming. So that's the top important and the prime factor of IUPAC naming of any compound. You have to, from where you have to start the numbering. That is a very important question. So from where you will start the numbering? Obviously from the carbon of the highest priority group, functional group, highest priority functional group carbon atom. So that is the 1, 2. Now if you count, if you go like here, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have to choose the longest carbon chain. We have to choose the longest carbon chain with maximum number of branches. With maximum number of branches. Cool. The longest carbon chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even here you will get the 6 carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But why I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? But why have I have chosen this card, this series? Here also 4, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. Because in this straight chain we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 functional group. So when we are having a 5 branches, so we have to choose the longest carbon chain in which maximum number of branches can be associated, right? Okay. So in India, Indian guys are very much crazy about the tea. So in your country, Angola, they are also having the tea culture, or you are drinking some other kind of drink like coffee
Oh
and all?
no. Well, I'm Indian, so I drink tea, but I mean, people here, I don't know, it's really hot, so people don't prefer hot drinks here.
Okay, okay, yeah. But Indians are very much crazy about tea. Morning tea, evening tea. Tea is very important
Oh
for
yeah.
them. So yeah, so in India it's evening time. So that's my the evening tea time. So I'm having little bit tea. So you can also enjoy the tea. You can also have the tea. Yeah. So have you done the IUPAC naming?
No, I'm trying to.
So
So
you
would it?
Yeah, so you got the clarity about the naming of compound, how to start the naming, from where we have to give the first, the most important point. I'm repeating again, the most important task in naming is that to give the first carbon number, first number, where the first carbon will fall. That is the very, very important.
If you put the first one with the most prioritized,
Yeah,
like,
first one will always falls on the most prioritized functional group.
what if that's in the middle of the chain? Does that matter?
It is not possible because COH cannot be in the middle of the chain because it's a monovalent compound. Monovalent,
Yeah.
it's not possible. In case of ether, it is possible because oxygen is a bivalent. So I hope it's cool. You got the clarity about the concept, right? So if you go for the naming, so prefix first. Now you got 5 prefix, so you will be confused which one will come first and which one will come late second. So prefer the alphabetic order. Put them in the alphabetic order. Means if our name starts with the alphabet A, that come first, then B, then C, then D. Got it?
Yeah.
So the name will be like we are having a in carbon 3, this is the ethyl, this is the ethyl. So 2,3 diethyl. Ethyl means it starts from E. We got one bromo, one fluoro, one hydroxy, right? So we got B, H, F, E, right? So B come first. So what will be the name? Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what will be the name? Name will be like this. Name will be 5-bromo, 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 and ABCDEFGH. EF. E comes then. After that, 5-bromo, 2,3 diethyl, 2,3 diethyl, 4-fluoro, 4-fluoro, and 3-hydroxy, 3-hydroxy. This much comes in the prefix. This much comes in the prefix. Are you clear about the prefix?
Yeah.
Then word root come. How many carbon atoms are there in the longest carbon chain? 5.
5.
So it is pent. And when we are
Yeah.
having a functional group in the one carbon atom, we need not to write the pent 1 oic acid. There is no need to write the pent 1 oic acid. This is also right. You can either write pent 1 oic acid, or you can choose pentoic acid. Pentoic acid is also right. Either you can write pent 1 oic acid or pentoic acid, both are right. Pentanoic, pentanoic, not pentoic, because it's alkane na. So pentanoic acid. ठीक है? Pentanoic acid. Pentanoic acid. I hope this is the classical example of IUPAC naming, where you will get the more ideas about how to go for the naming with many prefix and suffix. Single suffix will always be one. Suffix will always be one. Prefix could be more than one.
So you write it in terms of alphabetical order, not number, like on what carbon it goes.
Yeah, prefix always follows the alphabetic order. And then we have followed the 5-bromo. Bromo comes first, then 2,3. Here 2 and 3. So 2 comes first because in the alphabet 2 comes first, then 3. So it has to be the order wise.
Say if there was like more than 2 ethyls,
Yeah, I'm see
then, then would you do triethyl? If there
What?
were three ethyls in the thing, would you say do like 2, 3, 4 triethyl?
Yeah. If we have, suppose I'm going to give you another example where you will feel, suppose I am having this carbon chain, longest carbon chain here. I am having one methyl here, one methyl here, and one methyl here, one ethyl here, one methyl, ठीक है, one methyl here, right? So what will be the name of this compound? What will be the name? From where you will start numbering? From left side or from right side? That is the most important thing.
Does it matter in this one?
Yeah. From where you will start numbering? From this carbon or this carbon? Always you have to start numbering from the terminal carbon. So terminal carbon, from which terminal carbon you will start?
Does it matter in this case? They're
Yeah,
both.
definitely does matter. Definitely does matter. See, from here, if you will numbering, you will get in carbon 3 one chain. From where you will numbering, here you will get the in carbon 3 two chain. So more branches carbon comes nearer to from this side. Here we are having a 2 carbon chain, but here we are having only 1 carbon chain. So when you numbering, when we don't have any functional group in this carbon chain, we don't have any functional group. We have only the chain. So always try to do numbering from that side, from where we are getting the carbon atom in which more branches are forming. Got it? Means IUPAC means all about the a set of rules. So when we are having an ethyl and 2 methyl, so it will start from here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. If it starts from this side, it will be wrong, right? What will be the naming? Naming will be 3 3 4 4 tetramethyl, but ethyl comes first, so 3 ethyl 3 6, sorry, 6 ethyl, 3 3 4 4 tetramethyl. And how what is the word root? 8 means oct, and it's a straight chain without any pi bond, so it's a n, so it will be octane. Got it? Divya, any doubt?
No, I'm just.
No, means definitely you have to know some rules in the numbering. So when we have the functional group, obviously more priorities functional group will take in first number. But when we don't have the functional group, we have only the carbon chain, then numbering comes from that where we will get the more branches, that carbon, and numbering starts from the terminal carbon.
Why does it say 3 3 4 4 tetra?
Because in 3 we have a 2 methyl group, in 4 we have a 2
Okay.
methyl group.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, ask your question. What's the question?
So the prefix for within the prefix that's given by the number of times you have that specific functional group.
Yeah, here we don't have functional group. Here we have only the branches, carbon branches. So prefix comes the branches, and the straight longest carbon chain will come as the word root. We don't have here. We don't have any suffix. Suffix won't come. Only alkane will come. Okay. So generally, how many years your dad live in a single country? Is there any standard time period defined by the government of India or government of India?
Yes, depending on what country. Some countries have a 2-year posting and some have 3. And then so usually it's either 2 or 3. But then if they can't find a replacement in time, then you usually stay a little longer. But the set time is either 2 years or 3 years.
Okay, cool. So I think you might have traveled many countries, right?
Yeah, I've traveled quite a bit.
And
I've lived in like 4 countries, 5 countries, including India.
Including India. So which country you like most? Which country you enjoy most?
I lived in Belgium.
Belgium, yeah.
That's in Europe, for like 3.5 years. I was quite young, but I enjoyed it because in Europe there's a lot of traveling you can do.
Hmm. Okay, but it's a very cold country, right? Belgium is a very
Yeah,
cold.
yeah. It gets cold, yes.
Okay, yeah, right. Yeah. So your passport would be having the stamp of 5 countries stamp, right?
Uh, I have a new one because the validity, like we have to get a new one every 10 years. And so I
Oh,
have a new passport, and so it doesn't have any stamps anymore, except
oh,
here in Angola.
okay. So in India we have a 60-page passport and 36 pages. So your passport would be the 60-page passport, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Right. Cool. So yeah, enjoy being a being a traveler, being a natural traveler, because traveling comes natural to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got the name now. Okay, now we will move the naming of cyclic compound. Naming of cyclic compound. Suppose we are having this simple compound. What will be the name of this compound? It is cyclohexane. Cyclohexane. How many carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right?
Yeah.
Very simple. But if I say, Divya, you do the naming of this compound where I put one ethyl, where I put one ethyl here, where it goes like this. Yeah, one ethyl and one methyl, one propyl, and one butyl. One, two, three, four. One butyl, again one methyl, again one methyl. So from where you will start numbering? This is a multi-million dollar question. From which carbon you will start numbering? This is very important. If you gave me the right answer, sir, I will start numbering from this carbon, then I can give you I can give you a bona fide certificate that in future you would be in one of the great IIT in India. You would be studying in any IIT.
This is a lot of pressure, sir. Let me think about it.
Yeah, to be what did you ask? To be in to being a IITian.
Yeah.
Yeah, being a IITian means, see, being a IITian doesn't require the IUPAC naming. Being a IITian requires the the more logical approach of brain. More logical approach of brain. Got it?
Mm.
Yeah, logical means, suppose have you ever seen any advanced paper? Okay, the book I have shared with you, it is a combination of JEE Main and JEE Advanced. So in advanced, we are having a question like multiple choice correct, like HL. HL also we are having a multiple choice correct, means out of more than one options are correct, right?
Mm.
So advanced, we are having a question like more than one option, integer type, matrix matches. So all these questions, it all questions requires your analytical mind and the logical mind.
For this one, how many carbons for the first one from number one?
Which carbon you will give the number one?
The one with the 3 carbons,
See, okay, I'm just giving you more. I'm making it more easy. I'm just writing the numbers, right? I'm writing here A, B, C, D, E, and F. Out of A, B, C, D, E, F, which carbon will get the first number? A will get, B will get, C will get, D will get, E will get, or F will get. That you need to tell me.
A.
Okay, A, we are having a 1 and 2, ethyl, right? Here we are having a 1 carbon, that is methyl. Here we are having 1, 2, 3, that is propyl. So PME. Here we are having methyl, and here we are having 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 means butyl. 4 means
Oh.
butyl. So obviously B comes first in the alphabetic order. So in close carbon chain, we always start numbering from those carbon where we are having a carbon chain which falls early in the alphabetic order.
Okay.
So it's number
I
one.
thought there were two
Yeah, what you thought?
ones. I thought the E was also a butane.
Okay, okay. No,
Yeah, which is
A,
why I said,
no. A is only 2 carbon. So A is ethyl, B is butyl.
yeah.
Now, again, the next question comes from where you will go numbering, like clockwise or anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This type or this type. This is the clockwise, this is the anti-clockwise.
I mean, I'm assuming if you want to go alphabetically, then you go anti-clockwise.
Yeah. We need to go anti-clockwise because ethyl comes early. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now your 80% work is done. Only you have to give. Now remaining part is prefix. All 6 carbon is having the prefix. Now you have to prefix with the alphabetic order. So 1 butyl, I'll tell 1 butyl, 2 comma any other ethyl, no ethyl. 1 butyl, 2 ethyl, 3 1 butyl, 2 ethyl prop and meth. So M come first, right? 1 butyl, 2 ethyl, 3 comma 5 comma 6 trimethyl, 4 propyl cyclohexane. Got it? This what I said to you? Have you got it?
Yeah, one second.
Yeah, 1 butyl.
But if it's 1, 2, if it's 3, 5, 6 a trimethyl, then when you actually name it, wouldn't that go after the propyl?
No. Try. Don't go with the try. You have to go with the M.
Okay.
Tri, di, tetra. These are the fancy words. Don't go with this. These are just indicating the numbers, but
Yeah.
they are not indicating the actual carbon present in the atom. It is repeating the. It is just dictating the repeating pattern of the chain. Repeating
Okay.
pattern, right?
So it's trimethyl.
So many of my students found it's really interesting. IUPAC is really interesting, and some of my student finds it's really boring. But particular those students who are good in physics and math, they feel we have to remember a lot in this. But but once you start practicing, you need not to remember anything.
Yeah, no, I feel like this is more of something a bio student will like,
Yeah,
whereas
but
like the physics and math side of me is like, no, this is kind of boring.
yeah. So I teach the NEET student. NEET means doctors, future doctor, and
Yeah.
also I teach IIT JEE. So my NEET student feels very comfortable with IUPAC. IITians also feels comfortable with IUPAC. Some of them not feel. Some of them are really good in physics and math. They are having a logical mind. So they told, sir, we need to remember a lot. And so I think, see, these are the standard rules being set by IUPAC. So we cannot do anything. We have to follow that. That's all.
Yeah. So in order to find the first one in like a cyclo thing, you use alphabet and see whichever one will go first.
Yeah.
And then the order for the second one is also alphabetically.
Alphabetically, right? Alphabetically naming, prefix naming is thumb rule alphabetically. So prefix means 1 butyl, 2 ethyl, 3 comma 5 comma 6 trimethyl 4 propyl cyclohexane.
Okay.
That is the complete name. Two ethyl, 3 comma 4 comma 3 comma 5 comma 6 trimethyl 4 propyl, and then remaining cyclohexane.
Okay.
Okay, now one interesting question I'm going to give you. That question is being asked in JEE Advance. But the question is simple. It is not tough. Only the remain. No, okay, just pin this. The question is says like this: we are having a benzene system. Here we are having a cyanogen. Here we are having a nitro. Here we are having a chloro. Now I need the IUPAC name of this compound. So obviously, here you need not to think about the numbering. Obviously, nitrile comes first. So number one will be given to this. Now, which will you to give? Number two, this carbon or this carbon? That is the question. And again, I'm telling you, if suppose I am having a close carbon chain, in the close carbon chain, if COH is outside, so don't put number one of this carbon, because this carbon will not considered as the part of the cycle. So you have to always put the part of the cycle as a carbon first. First, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? In open chain, the condition is different. In open chain, the carbon of carboxylic functional group is the part of chain. That carbon was the part of chain, but it is not the part of cycle. So we have to put number one start. That carbon will be number one carbon, which is attached with the highest priority group. Got it? Did be any doubt?
No.
Yeah. So what? So number one will be given to this carbon. Now, can you tell me which carbon will have the number two?
Is that the N? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah. Did
Wait,
you?
is that is that NO2?
Yeah, NO2. It's a nitro.
Okay, I think it'd be on the other side.
Okay, so there is a rule. There is a last rule that you need to remember. The last rule is the rule of nearest locant. Nearest locant group. Nearest locant rule. What is the nearest locant rule? When we are having a functional group, because halogens and nitro both are like almost the same priority, not very much difference. If we are having the COH or some very high priority group, definitely we will go like this. When we are having a less priority group, then we will give the second number to particular that carbon atom where the functional group is nearest to the where the functional group is nearest to the main functional group. Whereas the functional group, second functional group is nearest to the main functional group. So this falls in the third carbon, this falls in the second carbon. If it had been to this carbon, chlorine यहाँ पर होता है. If this had to be in this carbon, definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Okay.
But here it's like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the naming of this compound is like this will come as the suffix, and the remaining 2 and 3 will come as the prefix. So 3 chloro and nitro. So chloro will come early. So 5 chloro, 2 nitro,
Your 5-chloro, okay.
5 chloro, 2 nitro, benzene nitrile. Benzene nitrile. Nitrile as a cyanogen.
Yeah.
Benzene nitrile. So now I think this much IUPAC naming is sufficient, but I will also tell you of IUPAC naming of bicyclo and spiro. These two are the remaining. So shall we discuss today or we discuss in the next class?
Can we do it today so I can just start practicing?
Okay, fine. So yeah. So now I'll start the. Have we done? Are we done with this? Completed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now we will do the numbering of these compounds. This looks like something crazy compounds, like this compound like this, where we have a bridge. This is the bridge, and you know, this compound. So can we do the naming of these compounds? When we are having a bridge means 2 carbon is joining. So see here we are having a bridge, here and here we are having a bridge. So when we are having a bridge in between 2 carbon, this is called the bicyclo compound. 2 cycle is attached, bicyclo compounds. So how to do numbering? So the thumb rule is that write bicyclo. First write bicyclo, then put a bracket, and then put the name as a word root plus LK plus N. N means all are the single bonded, so it will be N. Now the here only the trick, only the important part is numbering. So across this carbon, here is 1 carbon, and across this bridge here we are having 1, 2, 3 carbon, and this carbon is considered as a 0 carbon. So the naming will be 3. It starts from the descending order. पहले ज़्यादा वाला आएगा, first the highest number will come. Of bicyclo 3, 1, 0. How many carbons are there? 6 carbon. So it will be hexane. I am repeating again. Bicyclo, we take a reference of this bridge. So across this bridge, 1 carbon is upside, and the 1, 2, 3. 3 carbons are lower side, and here these two carbons are as the reference carbon, so it will consider as a 0. So bicyclo, and numbering starts from the descending order. The top number will come first, followed by the lower number. Any doubt?
No.
Yeah, bicyclo 3, 1, 0 hexane.
And if they're the same number of, like the
He
second one,
second one, bicyclo 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Yeah, bicyclo 4 comma 4 comma 0, and total number of carbon atom here it will be 4 comma 4, and these two carbon will be the part of bridge, so 10. It is decane. 6 4 10, right? So decane will be there. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So decane is the name. Now can you do the naming of these two compounds in the class? So so we have our IUPAC will be done.
when you take the reference one, does it matter if there are bonds in between them? Would that be the last number?
Yeah, see, suppose in this chain we are across this bond. Here we are having, at here also we are having 1 2 3 4 5 atoms, 5 atoms inside the bridge, and remaining across these 2 points 1 2 3, and here 1, only one this atom. Here we are having a 1 2 3, and here we are having a 5 atom. So the if we will,
To do 5 3 1.
yeah, 5 3 1, and total atoms will be 5 here. So 1 2 3 1, start from here. So see, 5 here, 1 here, 3 here, and we have to add +2, because these two carbon is not considered in the numbering, but these two carbon will be considered in the naming, because these two carbon are the part of system. So how
Yeah.
many atoms comes? 5 plus 3 plus 8 plus 1 9, 9 plus 2 11. So it will be a bicyclo undecane, 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 didecane, tridecane, undecane, undecane. Clear hai?
Yeah.
What about this? I think in your IBHL syllabus, they don't have bicyclo compounds. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they will be having the all functional group, but here they will. Okay, so can you do naming of this compound?
1 2
1 2 2 inside, 1 2 is here, 1 2 here. So it
So
is
we bicycle 2 2 2.
2 2 2 6 plus 2 8 octane.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, fine. So I think you are done with the bicyclo.
Yeah.
Only one thing I need to tell you, the numbering of esters. No, not the numbering of, the naming of esters. Suppose I am having CH3, CH2, COO, CH3. What will be the naming of this compound? IUPAC naming. It is alkyl alkanoate. Alkyl alkanoate. Okay. So I'll just give you a hint. This CO group is called O8 group. This is the O8 group. So carbon attached with the oxygen, carbon attached with the oxygen, that comes in the O8. So how many carbons in the O8? 1 carbon and 2 carbon. So it will be the ethanoate. Ethanoate, and here it will be the 2 carbon. So ethyl ethanoate. Ethyl ethanoate. These 2 carbons comes in the alkane, and this CO part goes with the methyl. So it will be the you know, alkyl alkanoate, ethyl ethanoate, ethyl ethanoate. Any doubt?
It's the ethyl ethanol. Why are you taking that side as the ethanoate? Because of the C with the double bond to the O?
Okay, I'll tell you. Yes. I'll just tell you one thing. COO. This is called O8 group. Now the alkyl attached with the oxygen, that will that will take in the carbon of OH also. Along with this alkyl carbon, this carbon will be considered, and remaining part will be the alkyl part. If oxygen is the only base, only reference, oxygen, if the alkane, the alkyl group, R is the alkyl group, the alkyl group which is attached with the oxygen, that alkyl will keep one more carbon in the word root. When we talk about the numbering, so this alkane plus one more carbon, that carbon comes from the OH. Okay, so suppose I am having like this CS3 CO CS3 CS3 COO CS3 CS3 COO CS3. So what will be the naming of this compound? Here also methyl, but this methyl is not the part of oxygen. Only this methyl is attached with the oxygen. So this methyl will take this carbon also. It will be 1 + 1 2. So the name will be methyl ethanoate. Means
Yeah, okay.
alkyl methyl ethanoate. Okay.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So are we done with the IUPAC?
Yes.
So now you need to do practice. Only the one trait required to excel in any subject, any exam in life. Practice more and always try to make the notes. So note will be your best friend during the exam. You have to revise the things from notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So see you tomorrow. Till
Thank
then,
you.
yeah, welcome. Till then, keep on practicing. And if you have any doubt, you can ask. Do you have any doubt?
No, I'm good.
Okay, fine, wonderful. Then see you
Thank you.
tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Yeah, take care. Bye bye.